is a post-apocalyptic setting, the result of a nuclear war, aka the Mushroom War. Most humans are dead, so you'll likely be dead. But if not, you have two destinations. One, trapped in the sewers with some weird demi-humans who have to fight off atrocious abominations on the regular. But if you're lucky, you'll still be trapped, but on a nice island with the remnants of humanity. Most species mutated into strange creatures, and the spectrum is large. You could be a piece of toast or a freaking sign zombie. What the heck is that? Though Earthlings aren't the only creatures on the planet, because there's tons of weird mythical species and aliens that roam Earth, and they're all assholes, so you're constantly watching your back. As for the structure of society, the land of Oo is divided into multiple dysfunctional kingdoms that are one step away from the brink of collapse. And if you're not a citizen of one of these kingdoms, then good luck, because most of Oo is an anarchist society. Tons of bandits, Timu adventurers, and mischievous wizards causing chaos, terrifying monsters, aliens, and demons looking for victims. And the leaders of independent settlements are somehow more corrupt than a monarchy. Trust me, you don't want to live in Wizard City. Then there's the numerous minor locations that range from awesome to downright horrifying, like the evil forest that has literal flesh walls and brain beasts hunting you. That's why most citizens stay in their walls, because you have to be dumb as a box of rocks to be an adventurer, unless you have a dog. Though, no matter where you go, there might be a slight bit of cannibalism going on, especially in the food kingdoms. There's 4 main kingdoms in the land of Oo, and various minor kingdoms. The most important is the Candy Kingdom. At first glance, the Candy Kingdom seems nice, almost like a utopia. But in reality, it's a police state that's heavily monitored. The citizens of the Candy Kingdom were genetically engineered to be literal dumbasses, and I'm not kidding, by Princess Bubblegum, basically the god of the Candy Kingdom. And the candy citizens are so hopeless that they literally explode under too much stress. No wonder PB is so protective over them. Compared to other leaders, Princess Bubblegum is pretty tame. Just expect her to almost cause the extinction of the Candy Kingdom every other Tuesday. She's also connected to the occult, with her morally sus butler making all types of deals with death. You don't want to be on his bad side. Also, she's dating a vampire for freak's sake. But Marceline's chill, just don't wear red. Don't get fooled by how lovely the Candy Kingdom looks. The Candy Kingdom is the least protected kingdom in all of Oo. It gets invaded every other Wednesday by numerous threats who attack for no reason at all. Then there's the main op, the Ice King, aka the biggest incel in Oo, the man who doesn't believe in consent. Somehow, the Candy Kingdom is too incompetent to protect their ruler, as she gets kidnapped not every other Thursday, but every Thursday. Though, it's no wonder the Candy Kingdom is so incompetent, because their defense force is literal bananas who has less IQ than fleas. They suck so bad, they rely on a literal boy and his dog to save the day. The Ice Kingdom. For one, it's eternally cold, so I hope you like wearing coats. The Ice Kingdom is so cold that it's unlivable for most species. That's why there is no civilians there, unless you count the penguins, and maybe the ice elementals? But who would want to live there, when the ruler is the most insane person in the land of Oo? And that's saying a lot, because there are tons of degenerates in Oo. And definitely don't be a woman, because he's gonna make it his life mission to marry you. Plus, what would you even eat? Penguins? You monster. Despite the Ice King being so powerful, he's still one man, one deranged man. So don't expect him to protect you. That's why the Ice Kingdom has been destroyed so many times. It doesn't help that the Ice King is enemies with everybody in Oo, the Fire Kingdom. This is the most authoritarian society in the land of Oo. The only real law is to be evil. That's why most citizens are, well, evil. And everyone is made out of fire. So you either have to be fireproof or fireborn to live there. Otherwise, it's literally unlivable. The leaders treat their citizens like crap. The old king's only purpose was to be evil. Why? Because he's evil. And you know the Fire King was bad because he got dethroned by his own daughter, the Fire Princess, who's only slightly less evil. Just make sure to always say the right thing in front of her or you'll be turned into a Pokemon. The Earldom of Lemongrab. This is by far the worst kingdom in the land of Ooo. It's literally Adventure Time North Korea. The citizens are enslaved and tortured, forced to work rigorous manual labor for little reward. Lemongrab is the cruelest leader in all of Ooo, somehow more mentally insane than the Ice King. But low-key, the worst part about being a citizen of Lemongrab is your resistance. All citizens are disgusting clones of Lemongrab himself because the lemon people don't reproduce. And they all look horrible, no racism. And the lemon people can't even have pride for their own kingdom because the Candy Kingdom low-key owns it because Princess Bubblegum created it. And sometimes she comes over to slap Lemongrab in the butt, but she still lets him terrorize his citizens, so that's still an L. Then there's the various minor kingdoms. Most of them are food related, so they are Temu versions of the Candy Kingdom, and likely puppet states created by Princess Bubblegum. One thing they share in common is that they're all insane and has weird laws and strange customs. So good luck in not being executed over something petty. And the non-food kingdoms are the most bizarre coked up nightmares. Pick your poison. Though the worst part about living in the land of Ooo is the various supernatural threats that casually roam the lands. There's the Lich, who straightens all of existence, various demon lords that attack on the regular, powerful mages that troll people just to be an ass, an owl god that comes to your dreams to warn you of upcoming death, and various Cthulhu-like aliens that threaten the planet. And there's no rest in death for your horrible existence, as there are 50 dead worlds. Most are terrible, various limbos in hell. But the crazy part is, and yes, it gets even crazier, is that you're not even guaranteed to be born on the land of Ooo, because Adventure Time has a multiverse. And don't blame the MCU for this, because Adventure Time had a multiverse before the MCU did it. And most of them suck. They are low-key worse than the Afterlife, because at least there are guaranteed good dead worlds. But most of the alternate universes suck. You could be born into an eternal winter with PB at peak insanity, or a world where vampires reign.